Hello. So I want to talk about the breath. This is the afternoon dog walk. So we're down at very, very low tide on a beach near Embark, near Yeppoon. And the dogs are running around and I think it's lovely. We're way out in the wet sand, way out. So on a rainy day. So when it comes to the breath, this is a really important hot topic, and I think it's a greatly misunderstood aspect of our being human and being spiritual. There is all these controls that limit our breath. Now these range from conscious controls where we are directing our breath. It needs to be a certain length, it needs to take a certain amount of time. This part should be longer than that part, this part needs to pause. Or pushing it into certain areas of our body, so consciously directing the energy into a certain area of the body. Now, the other way that the breath gets locked under control is through subconscious muscle tensions or old habitual muscle tensions that we're no longer aware we have active in our body. So what this does is it limits the area of the body that your breath can move into, because they're locked on, contracted, so they're never releasing, so there's no kind of flow to the muscles. This is where we get things like pain. This is one of the things that causes organ system dysfunction, and hence the breath is one of the organ systems, respiratory, that gets impacted. Now, what we're taught to do, and this goes along with the vibrational attraction of our breath being controlled in any of these ways, what we're taught to do is go out and pick another control and fix ourselves. What this does though, because the subconscious muscle tensions do not release when they're under pressure, when they're being stretched, when they're being ignored. So they don't release under pressure, and so what happens is we just override that limit and create another habit which makes us feel benefit for a while. Then it will become subconscious because that's how the nervous system works with habits, and then that will eventually start to reduce effectiveness and we will need to find something else. So when you're in the mind movement and the functioning gut health and things, the way we look at the breath is that's the baseline of who we are as a person. Without the breath we don't last very long. To me, I believe it's like the universe pulsing us, so it's meant to be completely thoughtless, and our body's designed to breathe wholly, completely, naturally each and every breath. Our nervous system is designed to direct our breath to change to meet the situations of survival, situations for reproducing. Any situation that requires a certain breath rhythm directed to a certain area, the nervous system's going to do. Again, link that back to the subconscious muscle tension, and when there's limited muscle available for this nervous system to use, then that can cause stress in the body. But back to the breath. So the nervous system responds to information that is picked up by the innate intelligence. So this is your intuition. This is the hairs on your body. This is the vibration of things coming for you. This is the energy of a food product. Whatever you've got coming into your existence is going to have a vibration. The other thing that your nervous system is responding to is whether or not your internal body is safe. So by safe, I mean, are you going to fall over? Is there a danger of you ending up, on the ground and vulnerable to attack? And when we've got subconscious muscle tension, that's exactly the state that we're in. Muscles are designed to pull our bones closer to each other, and that means that they kind of pull us out of balance. And so then the nervous system says, okay, we're going to fall over, we need to do this, shorten our breath, push it high so it can provide for us. It's exactly what it's meant to do. But for the fact that there is subconscious muscle tension holding us constantly out of balance, out of alignment, putting the fear of falling over into us, and our nervous system is constantly in the, oh no, we need to do something here, push the breath short and high. The problem with going and doing breath work and fixing, like learning a new technique and fixing this broken breath that you believe you have, is that it is not listening. It is not giving your innate intelligence the respect it needs. You're not listening to it, and you are ultimately undermining the state that you're in, and the fact that your innate intelligence and your nervous system have got you in this state, and they are helping you, like, because of the situation that you're in. So what we do in Maya movement is we observe without judgment. My breath is short and fast. My breath catches halfway through the inhale. I need to force a deeper inhale or a deeper exhale because I'm running out of breath. Those things are all fine. They are all part of how you are still alive and functioning right now. So what doing breath work over top of that does is it undermines what your nervous system and your innate intelligence is meant to do for you. Now, the beautiful thing about this, which I really love, is our mind is really amazing and creative. It is not capable of directing our body to do everything it needs to do to breathe. At all, ever. What it is capable of doing is directing the few muscles, the voluntary muscles around breathing that the mind is capable of controlling, doing that repetitively to create a habit. The habit then becomes subconscious, and then those voluntary muscles never release out of this habit, and they are always holding the body in the short, fast breath. It's a twisted situation, and it is layers and layers deep. So what we have to do is observe without judgment, accept what we find, accept that we have done everything exactly as we're meant to have done it. We've been good little boys and girls, done what we are told to be healthy, to have a nice, long, strong life, and it's not working for us. So when it comes to the functional gut health workshop, this is relevant because when the breath is short and high, because you are held out of alignment, because the nervous system's locked in fight flight, your diaphragm is not working, it's not pulsing up and down, which means it's not squeezing and releasing and massaging and like jostling your digestive organs each time you inhale and exhale. It's not happening. And so that's one of the reasons that the breath interrupts the digestive system. So I hope that that's cleared things up. Personally, I think it just makes it all a hell of a lot more confusing because you've got to feel it. And it doesn't matter how deep you are in these layers of control, the only one you can release is the one that's on the surface. And that is hard for the people like all of us who live in this world of achievement and fixing, and no, we go to the root of the problem. This is the problem down here. We'll release that and it's done. Not going to happen. Does not happen. Love the enthusiasm, love the positive thinking, but it's not respecting the physical reality of our spiritual being. It's undermining it. So work on your physical, understand your physical, and everything else will open up to you. So I'm getting back down to the rocks, which is the central point of the dog walk. They've been fabulous. Running around and playing tuggy with the stick right on my shins. You probably heard one of them hit me before. Everything came to a roaring halt. It's nice when a body of the nice strong pai slams straight into your shin bone. It's lovely. So now we're back down where there might be people appearing, so I'm going to get them all back, contain them on their little leads, be a good dog owner, and talk to you soon.